It was really kind of Luther, well, Julia really, to arrange for new outfits to wear to the ball. We had a lovely afternoon, and certainly weren't giving any thought to who all we might soon be bumping into while at the party that same evening.
You've come out from the middle and you've turned towards the front of the store. And so off to one side is these two, your two compatriots who are facing the mirrors, and Antony's behind them taking kind of these measurements and notes. And basically what you're able to see is that he glances off to the right nervously and then glances back.
Okay, I got you. All right, so have I noticed that I actually already announced myself because I don't do stealth. So I was like, this seemed to be fitting quite nicely. I like the thread count on this. This is very nice, Antony. As he approaches and then attempts to try to see what he was saying, which is probably more obvious than he would have liked it to be.
Which I think would set Penny off because you weren't complaining, you were giving a compliment, which means you were covering something up.
Yep, exactly. 100% actually.
And I like that it was your boosts that gave you the advantage. If I'm looking at this dice correctly, that you've got no success on your own, but being in short range of Penny. So Penny, you happen to notice Julia's carriage has gone down the road, but like slowed down, and the driver is looking inside to make sure everybody's inside.
Oh gosh.
She's just leering as she drives by to get a view of him.
I love it.
An invasive species.
So we can see, I assume James and Pennywise can see the outside.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, we should be on our sister's good side, Luther. As you can see, we are not wasting your day.
No, it's not getting wasted away at all. We're wasting my day.
Thanks to good Pennywise making the good choices where to go first.
Yes, that's what they pay him the big bucks for. Wow.
Am I still in the back?
No, I will say that you guys have concluded your fitting. You have done a grand old time of getting your cufflinks and your pocket for your pistol and things along those lines, and you've stepped out of the tailor shop. They're going to make adjustments, so you'll have to come back to retrieve them. And as a party, you have the choice of what you do next. You have a bit of time to kill before the retrieval of the tailoring. It's about lunchtime.
I don't suppose your sister would also be willing to buy us lunch.
Well, I don't think so. But then again, she might. She never said anything about lunch. But I would be happy to foot the bill for you.
I wouldn't want to put you out.
Well, see, here's the thing. If I'm going to torture you properly by dragging you along to be tortured with me, then at the very least I can make sure that you have a meal in your belly. If I can foot my sister's bill on this, then great. If not, then, I'll take care of it somehow. By the way, I like the cufflinks that you chose. Those were very nice.
Ooh, let me see.
Sure.
And she grabs your wrist and looks at it.
Oh, I'm not wearing them now.
Oh, right. What were they? What did you pick?
Little dragons.
That seems very you, James.
So where should we go get lunch? Obviously, we probably shouldn't go back to the pub. We're already out here.
I've never been to this part of town. What's good round here?
Yes.
There is a good confections shop, but they don't serve
lunch, yes. There is a meat pies.
That is true.
There is a delightful little sandwich shop up the road. I think that we could probably get something there.
Perfect.
Not a bad idea.
Keep it light for the dancing.
Let's do it.
I think it's an excellent idea. And we go there.
And we go there.
Who's going to name it and what's it going to look like?
Those are all my questions.
Okay, answer them.
Oh, no. Not questions for me. Questions from me.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those like quaint deli cafes. It's got a little wrought iron fence that's, waist high or so around a few seating tables on the outside, black and white striped banner overhead. And if anyone has a name,
Savoy Tea and Sandwich Shop.
Ooh.
Because in downtown Fayetteville, they have a really cute tea shop called the Savoy Tea Company, and that's what I'm picturing.
Oh,
there you go.
And they sold little sandwiches and pastries.
I like this. I like that. All of that. Yes, let's do this. So Lockwood walks in leading the pack, of course.
Oh, Lord Lockwood, what can we do for you?
Ah, it's nice to be known. I have a question. Does my sister, Julia, have a tab here?
Would you like to flip a story point, or would you like to roll a negotiation to create said tab? Or some other social check?
I have charm. It'd be so easy just to flip a point. Should I just flip a point or should I roll, guys? I think rolling's better because if I fail, then you can totally roast me. What is the difficulty?
It's still average.
Okay, this will be a charm check. We'll do that, and I'm not going to flip nothing. We'll just do it.
Boost because you're known? No.
Oh, I don't need it. I got 2 successes and a triumph. A triumph at that.
Anything in particular you would like for your triumph?
They have more than just dainty little sandwiches. We've been here at least once or ordered from here at some point. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do the layman sandwiches in the back, which are the big ones, you know.
I'll say, dude, I don't know that Lady Lockwood has a tab per se, but are you referring to her catering order for today? We have that being packed up in the back.
Oh.
Were you coming to sample?
Oh, well, actually, yes. I think, I wanted to impress my friends. And since we are going to be sampling, I would like to at least just put it on my sister's, just put it on what you owe her. I think it would be good to just, treat my friends because definitely they know people and we can definitely get you some more business out this way.
Oh, of course. We aim to impress. That is our motto. It's not the one we have on the shop outside, but it is our motto is that we aim to impress.
Of course.
Yeah. Why don't you take a seat outside at the tables out there, and we'll bring you a sampling of everything that Lady Lockwood has ordered that she'll be serving this evening.
Oh, that sounds... Does that include teas or just the sandwiches?
Of course it includes tea.
Okay.
Yes, we'll take care of everything.
Okay, thank you so much.
Right up front, right out here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right over here. Okay, thank you very much. Come on. We're going to go sit down. Have you taken care of everything?
I think it's one of the ones that's out front of the shop.
Yes.
And so I don't know that it's necessarily raised, but there's how there's a tiny patio. It's got 4 2-seat circular tables on one side, and then it has a large 6-seat circular table on the other side. That is clearly the more important, more visible thing. And he's basically directed you to where everybody walking down the street is going to see very important people being served here. And you're right in the walkway for the door. So anybody who may want to, bump into a Lockwood to ask for favor or to get their name a little bit more known would obviously have to come into the shop to make that social connection not awkward.
Are you sure there's not a table in the back?
It's just serving tables back there. It's not this. You would be much more comfortable and well taken care of here. The tablecloth here is great. And he flicks off some little leaves and twigs that maybe have fallen from a nearby tree on. It's perfect.
Thank you.
We'll be with you shortly. Sure enough, they bring out tea. You've got the teapot, but it's just the hot water for that component of it because it's the fancy society tea that has little glass jars of loose leaf tea. Little strainers.
Nice. Yep.
So that you can pick the tea that you like. What kind of tea does everybody make?
That's a very good question.
Mine has orange peel in it. It's a little citrus. I feel like it's warm out. I don't know.
Yes, we are midsummer.
Yeah.
Mine is herbal. I think mint.
Ooh, as we pass, as we walk to the table, they have the little, plant containers, and one of them has a bunch of mint. And I just kind of break off a sprig to take with me just so I can put it in my cup with it.
That's kind of cute. I like that.
Do you slap your mint before you put it in your tea like you would a drink?
Show me. What? No, I haven't.
We're not really drinking right now, but you take your mint and you smack it to get the oils going.
Oh, shaken with the ice, muddled?
Oh, you slap it before you muddle it.
Let's see. Show me. Is there a technique?
Yeah, you put it in your palm and you smack it.
Okay.
And then you put it in.
I'll try it. Thanks, Pen.
Of course. Can you pass the black chai tea, please? The spicy one. It's a warm day.
I pass it under my nose and I smell it. I'm like, this one's got lots of peppercorn in it. Here you go.
Excellent.
They have a mango peach white tea. I think I'll go for that.
Wonderful.
Must have traveled far.
Oh, no. He's absolutely just putting on a show. He's going to drink this and he's not going to like it.
My favorite tea is coffee.
Yeah, he doesn't want to insult them by asking for coffee. So he's clearly doing this, and Pickleson knows he's playing the part because he literally just used his sister for lunch.
I'm sure you'll hear about it later.
And this is the most elegant lunch because this is the catering for the group that Julia has that's going to eat before heading to the party tonight. So there's lots of roast meats and vegetables. And,
So we're getting to her lunch party before her?
It's a dinner party.
Yeah,
they're serving you like a full 4-course dinner.
At first, Lockwood's sitting back, just kind of like, okay, yeah, we got some stuff, and he starts seeing things come out, and his eyes start bugging a little bit. And he's turns to everyone else. He's like, this is what my sister is going to be serving her guests tonight for dinner.
We'll have to thank her later.
Let's not mention it.
You don't think she'd mind?
You can mention it as long as I'm not within earshot.
We should have eaten before we got fitted.
Oh,
Carlisle might be a little perturbed that we don't fit into our...
Oh, trust me, I'm sure that Julia's already made them aware.
That's why we picked sandwiches to keep it light for the dancing.
Exactly.
And yet they have yet to serve you an actual sandwich.
Yes. But this tea is absolutely lovely.
You pour it in the shade. All right.
Do you make any plans in the carriage ride up to the prince's estate?
Okay, so do we have any plans? I would like to stick together. I don't want us to get too separated until we need to bolt.
Well, what you mentioned in the cart about Julia's request, I think we have to stick by as a visual entourage, was it that you said?
Yes. But she did not say how long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Our objectives are to 1, arrive intact, 2, be acknowledged by the butler, and then by the announcer to announce that we're coming in. 3, go talk to your sister, let her know that we have arrived, and make at least one other contact verifying that we made it to the back of the room.
Brilliant.
That's right. We don't actually have to be there for very long, do we?
Witness one interesting thing to talk about later.
Yes.
So,
very good.
So, funny thing about that, James, we do need to at least make sure that if we're going to leave, that Julia doesn't see us leave.
But you said she didn't specify how long we had to stay.
Correct, but this is my sister, and if she catches us trying to leave early, in her estimation, in other words, before her, then I will get an earful, and all this will be for naught.
As you've been saying all day, she can't see us leave, and all of the people that see for her can't see us leave either.
Something like that. So I'll need to create a distraction. You're correct. Pickleson, you're on that.
Yes. Do we need to speak with the prince in front of your sister?
Oh, are we even going to be able to speak to the prince?
I think that's your job, Luther. You're supposed to speak to the prince.
Yeah, I am. Yes, that definitely. At least Penny needs to be with me.
Do you know him? Have you met him before?
I've seen him, but I don't know him.
Nah.
That's like me asking you if you know the owner of the tannery down the street.
Why wouldn't I know him?
Butch? Butch is quite nice.
What?
I get my leather
Okay, yes.
stuff
Looks
there.
at you.
I think it's a poor example, but yes, I understand what you're saying.
All right. Apparently, my logic failed me.
It works late. It's fine.
So, James, if you do get overwhelmed, I'm sure there's a patio or something that you can step out to a garden and
Oh, there
get
are
some
balconies.
breaths.
I can see them.
I don't want you jumping off of balcony.
No, that's not the plan.
Okay, but that doesn't mean it's out of the realm of possibility.
Take me with you.
Wait.
Can I ask a question? The Lockwoods, are they noble people? I thought that they actually were a little bit.
Yes, but that does not mean that we know the prince. Have conversations with the prince. Well, why would you?
Because you're of that circle?
I imagine Luther Lockwood has specifically not entered into any of the social circles that would have him hanging out with the prince. The prince is your region's ruler.
Yeah.
The whole county space region, the principality, is ruled from Ealanwick by the prince here.
Yeah, so he knows of him, but it's not like he purposely wants to be up in front of him unless mother says to go hang out. Or sister.
So those are great goals.
Great goals. I have to go hang out with him.
Well, before we make our escape plan, we ought to just work out 10 Pickleson's great ideas. We can get those things out of the way, and then we convene and make our escape plan.
Yes, that's good to me.
Let's get this over with, guys.
I do like the checkbooks.
Checkbooks? What?
The
Checklist.
Checklist.
As you guys are making your checklist, you pass the large wrought iron gate for the entrance onto the estate grounds for the prince. You still have a little ways before you make it to the house. But, so to speak, you're on the clock as you pass the large pastoral rolling green fields and trees that make up the estate.
I think Pickleson grabs his watch out and does, in fact, go and go. Okay. Time starts now. We can get in and out in no time. Hopefully the prince isn't too long-winded with how the coronation went, and we can get out of here.
The replay. I forgot about the replay. He has to tell us that he was there and all about it.
Yes, that's a very good point, yes. But at least we're trying to make this with military precision. I know that probably drives you crazy, Penny, but I'll do my best to keep my conversation short.
I'm going in with 4 of us. I'm coming out with 4 of us. That's all that matters to me.
That's what I like about you. Leave no one behind.
Yes, I'll make sure not to be flirting with anyone tonight.
Not again. Not again.
We don't have time, Luther.
The carriage slows to a stop. And as you look out, you haven't made it to the door yet. There's actually a line of several carriages waiting to drop off their passengers.
Mm-hmm.
Since you have arrived at precisely 8 o'clock.
Ugh. Traffic.
I mean, look at it this way. The more time we spend in the carriage, the less time we spend in there.
Pocket watch still going, Pickleson?
Yes.
What's the time we're aiming for again? Or we're just timing ourselves? What's the pocket watch doing?
The pocket watch is keeping me on task and us on task, making sure that we're here and knowing that we're on the clock.
And while we're at it, let's keep an eye out for a certain, well, not somebody exactly on the list, but do want to see if you happen if you hear someone talking to an Alexander Ofen.
Who's that?
A person of interest. It was the one that I mentioned at lunch. He's in one of the cases that we're investigating. I don't want to cause a scene. I just want to know if he's here.
Like a good guy or a baddie?
He's possibly part of the potential unlawful collection process of the high society. Yes.
Do we know what he looks like? We're just listening for the name.
Of course we know what he looks like. He's got black hair, he has green eyes. He's slightly balding. He's about... Actually, you know what? I want to do a knowledge check and use know-it-all. For this gentleman, I'm going to use all 3... Yeah, you guys are going to take 3 strain for this. I'm going to use all 3 of my...
We're going to take strain for this?
Yes. Know it all. Before you make a knowledge check, your character may use this talent to add a number of boost die, no greater than their intellect, which is 3. PCs and nemesis level allies witnessing the check suffer 3 strain equal to the number of blue die that I add. I'm glad you asked. Let me explain. No! This will be an education check, no doubt.
This is going to be, I don't know, this guy exists because you made him exist, and...
I'm terribly sorry, but not.
No, you're good. Hard. Yeah. It's a hard check.
Has 9 dice going out on the field. Got 1 success and 3 advantages.
Lockwood pontificates on Alexander.
Yes, I'll start off with Alexander, and then you can add things if you want, or we can just move on. But
oh yeah, no, tell me about it. You succeeded at the check. You can tell me all about him.
So Alexander O'Finn. So he's actually, this is very interesting. See, so he's actually the point man for a lot of the racketeering that, or at least we think he's a point man for a lot of the racketeering that's going on in the Empress society. He actually works out of the 73rd and corner of 73rd.
Does this?
I think it's Lancaster Street. Yes. On up there on the 3rd floor.
Should we just get out?
It's really remarkable, actually.
But it's one of those things that, he's got the black hair, but actually he dyes it because he's starting to get the gray hair.
He's got the harbor view.
He does. He does have the heart review. He also has a handlebar mustache on occasion. Sometimes he actually grows out a full beard, but I think he's right now midsummer, so that means that he's got the grunge going on. Probably about
I kind of put my hand on his arm. Like,
What?
my
Yes.
lord, it's our turn to get out.
James is gone.
The traffic. He's like running up the green hill of grass.
And there went our coordinated assault.
Broke formation, James.
I know. We're supposed to be his entourage. We're here for a thing.
I'm not that far away.
Oh, he can hear us. Okay.
All right, so on 3. 1,
Okay, well, I'll go
2.
next, and then Ivy will come, and then you'll make a... Yes, that way it'll work.
Let's Pickleson out first.
We get our flying V formation.
Flying V, perfect. Yes.
And it's like,
So it's a grand palace. It's nestled with
Yes,
nice little green, like lovely green pastures and some large green trees. This large kind of gray stone palace to it. And there is everybody going in the grand entrance and kind of making their turn to the left and going into the grand ballroom. There's people milling about in the lobby and outside. As you enter, there's a man standing off to the side who notices you and just shouts, "Lord Lockwood and guests!"
And guess.
and guess. He stops, looks around at everyone, adjusts his jacket, catches his cane, and then spins it once and walks on.
James pulls his hat down a little bit.
Oh,
I know my role. I just walk behind.
Remember, James, the more they see you, the more funding you will get. The farther away you will be going.
You say that. We'll see.
Hey, say it enough times, it'll happen.
so there's a large crowd in this grand ballroom. It's basically on the wing of the palace itself. It's a big rectangular room with a hardwood floor, arched windows that are 10, 12 feet tall. There's even a second kind of balcony area up at the top. Interestingly enough, this is one of the places that has the newfangled electric chandeliers.
Oh.
So the lighting is a dull, flickering kind of orangey glow, but are not actually candles themselves. They are light bulbs. And so they burn with this newfangled technology, this glow to it. As I said, there's a large crowd all mingling about each other, making sure to rub elbows with the high society. And there's a large buffet table, of course, on one side. And a little area near the middle that's kind of got a different texture to the floor, where there's some couples dancing to the music that's being played by the string orchestra near the front. There is a raised platform at the end of the room with 2 or 3 steps there and a couple of ornate chairs. And standing in front of one of those chairs, you would recognize as the prince.
Excellent. We give him a nod as we enter.
Nods kind of in return slightly. His eyes are darting from guest to guest and making sure to make eye contact, and everyone can see that he's in his best. It's not quite the military attire, but he definitely has, as you would expect, like royalty to have. He's got the well-tailored jacket that has some of the medals that he's gotten over the years, probably given himself. No one talks about that. You guys can mill about the room. So would you like to seek out Julia? Would you like to check out the guests? Would you like to dance on the dance floor or get some food?
Oh, well, first thing Lockwood wants to do is turn to his guests and turn to his entourage walking backwards and be like, "See, James, there is a dance floor over there, and it does look optional, so I think we're safe."
I do see that.
Unless you would like to dance, then I'm sure we could find you a proper partner.
Sure, Ivy would be happy to dance with you.
I saw a girl over there that I think would be perfect for you.
Oh,
No, thank you.
turns back around. I think that sounds like a great idea. He definitely needs the exposure.
See, in the blue dress, don't you think?
I think James needs a drink before we move on then.
Where's Julia most likely to be found, you think, Luther?
Oh, that's a very good question. I guess we might have to make a perception check to figure that one out.
Yeah,
But-
probably. It's probably hard with a setback.
Because the problem is we have to figure out where she's at first before she figures out where we are.
That's right.
That's the game here.
Being proactive.
Exactly.
Hunt the huntress.
So perception-wise, I only have 1 yellow and 2 greens. Does anybody have better?
I have 2 ranks and 3 cunning. So I'm 2 yellow, 1 green,
But that's
2 blues from Pickleson.
You
Oh,
get a
that's
blue
a
from
lot.
me for my rank at the because I'm helping.
Yeah, and Ivy's got a rank as well.
and I have a rank also.
Great. What's the difficulty?
And I'm going to flip.
Perfect. So it's just 1
He
red?
said it was.
It's-
hard.
2
Flipped.
purple, 1 red,
Oh.
and a setback.
Setback because it's crowded.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think we've got a good argument for what we have.
Do we want to flip back?
Yes, we want to do a gentleman's flip.
Ace this roll, hopefully.
Yeah, go for it. Pump it all in there.
Look at all those blues.
That's not the best roll you could get with those dice.
True,
3 successes and 1 advantage.
but it is successful.
Yeah.
Can I suggest what the advantage is?
Absolutely.
She doesn't notice us yet.
Okay.
Like, at all. We can actually walk up to her and surprise her.
Oh, I like that.
You definitely spot Julia and the crowd of the entourage that she brought. She brought way more
Of course. Of
than
course.
3 other people. She's up near the front, off to the side from where the stage is at, and she's got a little bit of a crowd with her that's talking very properly and loudly, so everyone knows that we're having a conversation, and we talk
And
about
this-
little things and all that.
Yes.
Strikers.
So I guess we'll head on over there. Who wants to take point? I guess I should take point, unfortunately.
You should take point.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll back
so,
you up, Lou.
Lou, are you trying
Trying
out
out
a
all
new
the
nickname?
nicknames. Let's see which one sticks for the series.
Yup.
So you guys
So-
are heading up to Julia?
Yes,
Right.
purposely, tactfully, out of her line of sight and her entourages. Which, you know how we do that. We just kind of follow along beside the waiters, the wait staff that's kind of going up there and serving them.
Since no one pays attention to them, we're
Exactly.
sneaking right behind them.
And then as soon as we get right up there next to her, she's, I guess, laughing at the time or something. And then Luther uncouthfully reaches over and taps her on the shoulder.
Who?
Hello, sister.
Oh, hello. I'm glad you made it. With exactly 3 in your entourage.
Absolutely. I didn't want to put you out.
Thank you for the consideration. Very pleased to see that everyone is well turned out. Anthony took care of you at least.
Yes, and these are excellent outfits. I really do like the thread count. You've high taste. He winks to one of her entourage.
She winks back.
Gosh.
Well, be sure to make a turn about the room.
Is there anything else you could require? Would you like me to get you refreshment or anything?
No, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm
Making it awkward.
glad you're here.
Mhm.
If you're thirsty, the refreshments are on the other side over there.
Oh, right. You can go back to your galleoning.
I do believe I saw some of the young bloods. If you wouldn't mind saying hello.
Okay, I think I could do that for you. I know. I just know if there's anybody important that you would like me to say hello to other than the traditional circle.
It is what's done, Luther. We've been over this, you know. Luther, this is hardly the time for me to explain it to you again. The important people that you're supposed to meet here have been described to you ad nauseum.
I know, Julia. I'm just pulling your leg. I love you. Enjoy your evening. And then starts to walk off.
She gives a giant eyebrow raise to Penny.
Appearances, Penny.
Yes, Lady Lockwood.
Nice to see you, Julia.
James is thoroughly distracted by the architecture and looking for all available exits.
Mhm.
And
Hey, you never know if there's going to be a fire.
everybody starts
Arson.
moving off, and he realizes and catches up.
What is James's stealth? Or let's rather, I don't want to roll anything. You need to roll a vigilance check.
Oh, okay, great.
Just Mark.
Yeah.
I'd much rather roll a vigilance check than a stealth check. Against?
This would be hard with 2 setback.
I just established that he is looking for exits and aware of his surroundings. Can I add a boost die?
You may.
How many setbacks did you say?
2.
2.
It's as if someone's looking for you.
1 success, 2 advantages.
Over by the hors d'oeuvres table, that is kind of the direction the group is heading. As you're looking for all available exits, you make out the distinctly familiar Professor Dr. Downing at the table.
Downing.
Dr. Delano Downing. He's got his head on a bit of a swivel. He's clearly looking for somebody in the crowd. And I believe, per your previous conversation that you had, James, you know he's looking for you.
Oh, yeah. Lucy? Friends? I think I need to go speak with somebody.
Wait, what? You actually want to go speak with somebody?
Yes, I think I do. You can join me if you want.
4 in, 4 out. Let's go.
Yeah, we're here for you. He grabs a champagne off of a waiter passing by. I think you might need this.
Thank you. We approach Dr. Downing.
Here you go, Ivy. And take one.
As we get ready for that scene, it's now Pickleson's turn for the same role.
Oh no, he's going to split the party.
It's going to take more than vigilance versus
3 purple, 2 black.
Oh, hey, you still made it. 1 success, 2 advantages.
No, that was.
Oh, wait, that's James. You're right. You both have black and white pictures. I get confused.
I'm going to look and see if I could dig for anything.
You don't get a vigilance. You don't get boost to your vigilance check for yourself, do you?
No, I don't.
Let's see if I have anything I can help you with. I don't think I do. Solid communication.
Assistance isn't allowed for this check.
Oh, okay. All right. Then.
Okay.
Well, you're on your own.
I'm rolling then. Good night. Hey, success and 2 threats.
Ooh. No, threats.
Beth.
You're separated from the party.
Yes. Just before it happens, you catch out of the corner of your eye, Pickleson, the familiar figure of old widow Atwood, Lady Atwood.
No.
And you have 2 threat. She sticks her gigantic fan in front of your face, stopping your...
Pickleson, it has been forever.
Good evening, Lady Atwood. It has been. I'm sorry, I've been so busy lately.
You never come by to see me.
Oh, we've been working quite long hours. I have not wanted to bother you in the evenings.
Oh, you can come by any evening.
Oh.
A strapping young man like yourself. The conversations would be to die for. I want to hear all about your exploits across the world.
Oh, for Queen and Country, you know how we do. I don't want to oversell my duty.
And as this conversation is happening, Ivy, it's now your turn.
Oh, no.
Vigilance.
Do a thing.
3 purple, 2 black.
Oh, no. So then Lockwood's going to have to decide who he's going to stick with. If everybody gets split up.
3 purple, 2 black. Again, and what am I? Vigilance?
Your vigilance, yes.
Oh, I only have... That's bad. Okay.
There you go.
1 threat.
0 success, 1 threat.
And what? I already forgot. What's happening? We're talking to a lady. Where am I?
Ivy Cunningham.
Yes.
When you traveled to Ealanwick, your mother made sure that you were kept tabs upon. There is a woman you were supposed to stay with.
Oh, no.
Oh.
She is so glad to see you.
Oh, this is like a real thing that happened in real life. So it's really stressing me out.
Even better. Now the question is, who wants Lockwood? Because you're all 3 are going in different directions.
Well, I have 2 advantages, so I think Dr. Downing is in a good mood.
Okay.
So,
But so are we all in different places?
You're about to be. Everybody's getting...
We were like standing there and people came to us and are going to pull us away.
Yeah, so James saw his significant, contact, which is the professor. So that's why he succeeded. And then Penny got beset on by the Atwood, and now you have been called over all different directions. And Lockwood's standing there going, oh, no.
Can Lockwood do a check to see who looks like they're in the most distress?
Oh, can I?
This would be an excellent opportunity for you to make a court-wise roll.
Oh, no. Well, okay, that's fine. I do have a rank in court-wise. This will be fun. Is there any setback going to be thrown at this?
No. There's no setback for it, but with the crowd and everything, I think this is still a hard check.
That's fair.
You got 3 people whose current courtly encounters you're assessing.
Yeah, I'm trying to be helpful.
Or in
Let's see.
Pickleson's case, courting encounter.
All right, so that is 1 yellow, 2 greens, 3 purple. Let's see if I have anything that can help with this. I don't think I do. Yet, no. Actually, you know what? No, we don't have enough points for it. Never mind. I'll wait for it for another time. Okay, gonna just do a straight court-wise check. Let's see what happens.
There you go.
2 successes and 2 threats. That sounds about right. I'll take strain for that threat if you really want me to. It's like stressing out.
So, court-wise, you're determining which of the 3 are in most distress,
Yeah, most peril.
most peril.
I was also trying to ascertain which of the 3, if I went to help them, would not suffer because I'm trying to help them. 'Cause there's
That's all
that too.
dependent on how you help.
Okay, fair point.
Helping
That's a very
quotes.
good point. Helping.
I feel like Penn is in the most danger.
Yeah, I don't know. You might. Well, poor
And I don't know how
James,
you'll help
I don't
him.
know.
I mean, it's just his teacher, right?
But I have 2 threats, so.
So you have 2 success, which tells me as the player you succeeded on this check. You can tell me who you are going to assist. I'm not going to impose anything failure-wise of making you go some
Okay.
way that is unhelpful.
That's
For
fair.
2 threat, whoever you approach
Oh, no.
wasn't looking for a conversation with Lockwood.
Absolutely. Well, that's normal. That's like a day in the park there. It's like, oh, he showed up. So that's fine. That's standard there. That fits right with the bills.
I think you should help Ivy because she doesn't even know the name of this person that she's interacting with.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, so Lockwood unceremoniously, like, takes your arm and, like, puts his with yours. It's like, come on, let's do this.
So have I met her before? Or just like heard of her? Do I know who she is at all?
You would have known that your mother made arrangements.
I wouldn't have
We're
met
gonna
her
come
yet.
full circle back to James and Dr. Downing.
Dr. Downing, are you enjoying the festivities?
Ah, James, my boy. I am. I have to say, I'm pleased to see you here.
Thank you for listening to the latest episode of the Foxglove Letters. We hope you've enjoyed the adventure so far and can't wait to see where the story goes. Before we go, we want to let you know that we love hearing from our listeners. If you have a question for our players, their characters, a comment on the story, or just want to say hello, drop us a line at diceycantina@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and YouTube at diceycantina for behind-the-scenes artwork and world building. Or if you just prefer to chat, join the Discord. Links to everything are in the show notes. If you're enjoying the show, please consider giving us a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcast platform, as it helps us grow the show and reach more listeners. The Foxglove Letters is a creation of Dicey Cantina, playing Genesis by Edge Studio. Until next time, dear listeners, don't forget the words of Mr. Cunningham when he said, "Don't just watch the world pass you by. Reach out and grab the stars."